EPO, HMO, POS, PPO. Do you understand what those acronyms mean? If you don't, you're in luck. I'm going to be breaking that down here in this video, explaining what those acronyms mean and what you can expect from that type of plan when you're looking for marketplace insurance. And so if you are new to me, the channel, any of my videos, my name is Katrice-The. I am a licensed health insurance broker, and I help African Americans to understand and to enroll into comprehensive health insurance coverage. And I am also the founder of INSURE Black America, where the mission is to close the coverage gap in healthcare for Black Americans. Alright, and so if you like the content that you get here in this video or any other videos on the page, go ahead and subscribe, and also click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video to the channel. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's get into it. So EPO, the first one I'm going to do is EPO. And so EPO stands for Exclusive Provider Organization. Okay, and so that is a type of managed care plan where services are only covered if you use doctors, specialists, or hospitals in the plan's network, except in the case of emergency. Okay, so basically what that means is you don't technically have to have a primary care. So it is a little bit different from an HMO. Okay, an EPO is you technically don't need a primary care listed like you do with an HMO. It's kind of like, how do I want to say, it's kind of like you kind of get a little bit of the flexibility with a PPO. It's just that you can't go outside of the network. So you technically don't really need referrals to go see a specialist. You can go see a specialist. The specialists just have to be within the network. If they are not within the network, the plan will not cover it, and then you will be responsible for the total cost. Okay. Now, an HMO, pretty much everybody knows what HMOs is, and that's the Health Maintenance Organization. Okay. And so HMOs are a type of health insurance plan that usually limit the coverage to care from doctors who work for or contract with the HMO. It generally won't cover out of network care except in the case of an emergency. Okay. Now most HMOs do require that you live or work within its service area to be eligible for coverage. HMOs often focus on and provide integrated care, and they focus on prevention and wellness. Okay, so with an HMO, you do have to have a primary care doctor listed on your card, and if you want to go see a specialist, it does have to get referred by your primary care. Okay, and so you get referred, and it's normally to a specialist that does work with your insurance. Okay, now a lot of times with HMOs, that's why you see people may have to travel distances to see a specialist, because there are no specialists within their area that actually take their insurance. You do catch that a lot in more rural areas, and also with Medicaid. Okay, and that's why, because Medicaid is a HMO. Okay, and so when you contract with those plans, when you get your Medicaid, and then you get you pick your plan, that's an HMO, and that's a different video I'll do on that, but that's why it's normally like that. If you were to get service from a provider that is not in the network, they're not contracted or work for that particular HMO, it's not going to be covered, and you will have to pay out of pocket. Now, if it's an emergency, emergencies are covered. Okay. Now, the next one is point of service. So the POS, it stands for point of service. Okay. And this is a type of plan where you pay less if you use doctors, hospitals, and other healthcare providers that belong to the plan's network. Now, point of service plans require that you get a referral from your primary care doctor in order to see a specialist. So Point of service plans are they're HMO plans in a sense, because you do have to get a referral. But you just have to use doctors that are within the network. If you were to see a doctor that's not in network, it would just cost you more. So you would have to pay more to see a doctor that's not in network. However, to see any specialist, you have to get a referral. Okay, so it kind of has the flexibility of being able to go out of network. However, if you stay in network, you will pay less, but you still have to get a referral in order to see the specialist. Point of service plans I also see them in rural areas more, because you have to travel so far to see. And so you see point of service plans in a rural area because it gives you a little bit of flexibility as well. And then the last type of plan that you will see is a PPO plan, which is a preferred provider organization. Okay, and so that's the type of health plan where you pay less if you use providers within the plan's network. And you can use doctors, hospitals, and providers outside of the network without a referral for an additional cost. Okay, now, of all the plan types, PPO is my favorite. I always look straight for a PPO when I'm looking for a plan because I like having control of my health care and who I want to see and when I want to see them. You don't have to have a referral. You can use doctors that are outside of the network. You'll pay more, obviously, but you have that option to see, and you don't need the referral. Now, if you see a doctor that is in network, you will pay less, obviously. But if you decide to go outside of the network, you can, and it will be covered. Okay. PPO plans are for people who, if you are someone who you like control of your health care, you hate referrals, you don't want to deal with the whole referral process. If you want to see a doctor who's not in network but they accept your insurance, this is good for people who don't want to change their doctor, and their doctor is not actually in network, but they accept payment from the insurance company. Then a PPO would be the best for you. Now, if you're somebody who you don't mind the referral process, and you like having the coordinated care, the doctor to give referrals, send referrals, and things like that for you, then an HMO would probably be your go-to plan. The EPO and the POS plan, those plans are, I like the concept of the EPO, and that might be for somebody who you don't want to deal with the referral process, but you like having the managed care. Okay, so you like going to your doctor and your doctor, you and your doctor discussing it, and you just decide, okay, I want to go see a specialist. As long as they're in the network, it'll be covered, and you don't need to do that whole referral process. Okay, so those are the 4 different type of plans that you will find in the marketplace. And so I hope you guys found value from today's video. If you did find value, please go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Please share that so that others may find value as well. And then if you do need health insurance, if you're transitioning from employer coverage to individual coverage, or if you're a small business owner and you don't have any coverage, you can go ahead and schedule a free health need assessment with me. The link will be in the description. It is INSUREBlackAmerica.com, and that'll take you to my scheduling page, and you can go ahead and you can schedule a free health needs assessment with me there. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And remember that together we can close the coverage gap in healthcare for Black Americans. Have a great one.